researcher at the VTT Technical Research Center of Finland. I'm going to give a presentation about to-be reference process. This presentation is going to give you an overview on our current draft of the reference process. The to-be process is called a reference process because it is a high-level description of process change and supporting understanding of stages, sub-processes, roles and tasks of the main actors involved in digital building permitting and automated code compliance checking cases. The reference process serves as a model in defining any national or regional level digital building permit processes in transition. Our learning in Accord work is that the transformation pathways are not similar in the EU countries, and this is the main reason we have decided to work with a reference process to support any national initiatives and process developments. What is the aim of this transition then? With new serviceability like machine-readable regulations, the checking rules, permitting platforms, the permit BIM, rule checkers, we can target to many things. For example, efficient process throughput in the building permitting stage, and also having less manual work, less human error from the point of view of permitting officers, and also having more time to some meaningful assessment tasks, and also to achieve better harmonization of the assessment principles. Before starting the description of the processes, we worked with our understanding of the description types. High-level process description gives kind of a general understanding in digital permitting process and the integration in BIM-based digital permit processes. This kind of a high-level process is, for instance, this figure that shows how the applicants and authorities processes are adapting Accord technical developments and automated code compliance checking for different regulated requirements. It illustrates quite easily what are the main elements in the transition. We also were looking for some types which would define information flow in BIM-based digital permitting processes, and also to clarify these code compliance checking as use cases, and also ensuring the information process integration. And here we have one example, which is the Accord visionary process, one of them in early stages, explaining what is happening between the building control authority and applicant during the digital building permitting, and also how much data, external data sources and data related to the building project itself is needed in assessing the code compliance checks. Here looking for accessibility, operational safety and LCA compliance. So let's start with the overview of our process map. As I said, it is a draft version, and we are looking for comments and insights. The elements of this to-be processes are are shown here. They are the actors and roles, authority, applicant, and also technical service provider as one of the main role in the whole system. The building life cycle stages are listed there, but also some sub-processes related to digital building permitting and automated code compliance checking. The elements also cover decision-making points from the point of view of the permitting officer and also the client or the developer asking for the permit. And then there is also a task flow for all the main actors. Between the tasks, of course, there are then the data flows. So these 5 elements are covered. The backbone of the Accord reference process are the life cycle stages and the sub-processes in connection to digital and automated building permitting. There is a kind of a 3-stage process, what is happening before submitting the permitting application, and the stages after submitting, and then the third stage covers the issuance and stages after. Today we are focusing on the first 4 elements of the to-be processes: actors, building lifecycle phases, the sub-processes, decision-making points, and task flows. And when the Accord webinar series continue, the next one coming in May, we go through the data flows and task flows in relation to the Accord project demonstrators. So let's start. I will walk you through the main process elements now: the stages and decision points, the roles, what are defined under the actor groups, the sub-processes, and actor-specific process lines. The elements 1 and 2, there are stages and roles. Firstly, we can have a look on the stages. Lifetime stages are taking as a kind of a framework to the permitting process. Some logic of the process description in general is that the technical service platform or technical services is considered also as one actor in the process description, and the logic is that the task which are to make at the same stage or sub-process are vertically aligned. And of course, to start any task, the actor needs to upload or call with the authoring tool some input data or information from common data environment, permitting platform, or data repository. And to end a task, the actor will send output data and information back to platforms or common data environment. Stages start with strategic definition and preparation and briefing. In the next slides, the main decisions in different stages are identified. Here in the first stages, there are decisions to be made by authority and also applicant, mainly the building owner at this stage. The next stages, concept design and schematic design, they are more busy as you see, with different kind of tools active and also decisions related to concept design and schematic design, mainly with applicant, the building owner's decision, but also in consultations together with the permitting authority. And then the stages after submitting, there is also a lot of decisions, and now mainly from the building permitting authority side, but also if the applicant is involved in any presentations during the permitting and assessment, then also their role will be activated here. And in issuance and stages after issuance, of course, there is the issuance report and decisions regarding to the terms, and also applicant or building owner mainly will have decisions how to then go on with the project management with the terms, issuance terms received. Okay, let's have a closer look to the elements 1 and 2, the lifetime stages and the actor groups. This illustrates where in which stages the main actor groups are active, and also explains that even in strategic definition, preparation and briefing, the permitting officers may be involved in deciding which kind of automated code compliance checks there are going to be applied during the permitting, or if there are, for instance, some checks related to the city plan. And the technical platforms and tools are of course most active in the just before the permitting and during the permitting assessment. Here are the different roles we have in the whole in the big process description. The authority as main actor is defined with four roles, and of course the technical expert being very important in this description, and the building permitting authority to make the main decisions. The applicant, also the technical experts, could be BIM coordinators of the architect side, and will be very important role, and also the building owner and or the legal applicant when making decisions during the process. Also the applicant, the designers, BIM coordinators will use the common data environment or project information, project bank repository services very often during the process. The information management is the key actor to make digital processes happening, and the permitting platform, the digital platform, is very important asset here, and of course all project data, also other data sources needed to the checks, and also the rule formulation service provider is identified here. There are many sub-processes in the digital and automated building permitting. We have defined it, the sub-processes, quite in detailed way, as it helps to understand what will change. In preparation to permitting, There are 5 stages of the lifetime stages, from strategic definitions to design proposal. And already at the strategic definition, there is a need to define a automated code compliance plan for this specific building project, explaining what regulations will be checked semi-automatically or really fully automatically. And this is needed to choose the checks and the tools. Applicant is active in procuring and steering the design team in briefing and in concept design stages. We have added here 2 pre-consultation events, also and also an early cityscape analysis. This happens very often in bigger building projects, but of course not needed in smaller ones. When we go forward to design proposal stage, where the intensive preparation of the application happens, both the building owner and the architect need to be active here. The decisions are made by the owner, and architect is responsibility of the content. And pre-submissions very can happen, and most likely will happen in mature processes in-house in architect offices after the application is then signed and submitted to building permitting authorities. Platforms and tools are of course very much active in these phases. The application is then inspected for the key information, and some official evaluation starts. Here there might be some project presentation sessions as well, some sessions with a neighbor hearing, also now in relation to larger building projects. And then also, as said before, this may activate the applicant and architect side if any presentations are asked to be held. The building code compliance is based on more traditional checks that the building officer is doing today also, and then the automated compliance checks are run in one sub-process as defined in the automated code compliance plan. And the whole time these processes are supported by the technical service providers, platforms, orchestrators, and checker tools. And after all the checks done, there might be some discussions and comments, of course, between the applicant and authority if the checks are not right. There might be iterations asked to make the material more ready for the automated checks, but finally the issuance documents will be worked out, and the terms of issuance, which will then guide the applicant to provide more detailed information in later stages and in commissioning.